Alrighty, guys. Good evening. Welcome to the coverage of the G-1 tournament. This is a $52,000 tournament being held online for the most part. The offline finals will be for the top four teams. We've got the best teams in Asia, from Southeast Asia, China, Oceania, and even a single team from America. Evil Geniuses will be playing later on in this qualifier. So far, 7 teams have been invited for a total 10 teams in the main tournament. We've got 8 teams competing in this qualifiers. 3 of which will join the main tournament. This is your first match for that. We've got ForLove from China up against Dreamz Ledian, the Filipino team led by Jules. And joining me is the one and only Blitz Dota. How are you doing, Will?
Pretty good. I don't actually know too much about Southeast Asian slash Asian Dota in general, so I'm pretty excited to see it. I've heard of Jules though before, so I assume that Dreams is the favorite here.
Dreams are. If this was Dota 1, I would say. Well, actually, if this was Dota 1, I don't even know. ForLove are one of those really strong upcoming teams in China. There's so many dominant teams there. I mean, I feel like they're one of the teams who could have gone to the international and even gotten top 8. They're just that good because of how much depth the Chinese team has. Not a lot of people will know of them in the Western scene. I mean, like you say, but Dreams are the more sort of famous team. Jules is one of those. He's one of the best carry players in the Philippines, and definitely a play to look out for. But I feel that Dreams have had less time to adjust to Dota 2, whereas ForLove may be more prepared for this tournament here. A lot's at stake, and the Chinese teams take their training very seriously.
Yeah, the one thing I'd like to note though is that Dota 1 and Dota 2 are the skill set is kind of similar, but they are different games and they do take some time to adjust to when you want to switch.
Yep. And yeah, definitely, that's probably the big obstacle. I mean, I think a lot of teams, a lot of viewers. I remember with the Gigabyte Dota Masters, which was an Asian Dota 2 tournament, and IG played their first matches there. In their group stage, they went 2 wins and 3 losses. They almost didn't make it into the playoffs, and they go on to win the international. So I think it's one of those things where, for one thing, it's online. For another thing, it was when they first start playing Dota 2. It does take a bit of adjusting before you get ready to all of it. To basically to Dota 2, there's definitely a lot of different mechanics in the game.
And so Invoker ban first. I haven't seen that in a little bit, but there it is. And Lone Druids also followed up by Dreams to begin with. So I'm not actually too familiar with the ban pick system that the Chinese do for Dota 1, so you're going to have to be the lead in this.
The Chinese, they love their bounty hunter. That's one definitely a hero they often pick up in the first 3. I mean, the big thing for me is this is going to be the new patch, the 6.75. So I don't know if they still favor their Morphling, their Lone Druid. Those are kind of their 2 preferred carries. Sometimes they'll fall back on the Anti-Mage, especially DK like to do that. We're going to see a first pick Rubik here, which is a pretty versatile hero. And for now, I mean, this new ban pick stage with the 2 bans, I feel it's really sort of altered the way you have to sort of alter the mindset you have to go into a draft with.
Yep, and Rubik I think was one of the heroes that didn't actually get nerfed too badly, and neither did Darkseer. They both still have their merits as a hero.
Yeah.
Darkseer is still, I feel, the best long lane hero, and Rubik is the best utility hero overall. And we follow that up with a very quick Chaos Knight pick. What do you reckon?
I mean, CK, the Chinese love their CK. We saw a lot of it at the international, especially by LGD. They'll probably just want to get that strong support with it. And a hero that you can combo. Like, Lina received a few buffs, so maybe we're going to see some more Linas coming in. I don't think the Chinese like to run much CK Wisp, but probably going to see a Lina or a Leshrac. Leshrac, another hero who hasn't. I mean, the Edict was a nerf, but I don't feel it's a big nerf to the support Leshrac, because Edict's more for pushing towers. You're never going to really use it to go for some serious harass in lane. I mean, I don't know how you feel about that, but I still feel Leshrac is very strong.
Yep, the nerf is kind of minor. It means that I don't think he can actually solo anymore, but as a support, the strengths of him still being able to push a tower at level 3 still exist. So very well could see that. And I actually like Lina as a support a lot now. Now that her ultimate is, what, I can't remember is it 90 seconds now? Or no, it should be less than that.
It's a shorter cooldown. I just know it's a shorter cooldown to what it was before.
Feels really, really short now, because whenever I play against it now, it feels like it's up every time. So.
Yeah, it's very spammable, and I mean, it's just a matter of sustaining it with your mana pool. If you get up some fast arcane boots or something, you should be okay. But Dreams pick up Chen and Queen of Pain. I think Chen has fallen a lot out of fashion of late, at least, especially with the Western teams. But Dreams are going to try their hand with it. Queen of Pain, the one thing the Filipino teams love getting, they love getting these mobile solo heroes. They want solo heroes that are hard to kill. They love Queen of Pain. They're win runners. They'll normally run with a tri lane in the safe lane and have like a hard to kill long lane solo, like a Windrunner, have a Queen of Pain at mid. They haven't been bottle crowing much in Dota 2. I mean, that's kind of what they're known for in Dota 1. They'll go for the double career, have their 2 solos constantly bottle crow. But Dota 2, they haven't really done it. I think it comes down to the slightly altered career control system. But Nature's Prophet's still in the pool, and ForLove picked that up. So, not too much given away by either team yet. Neither team picking up a real hard carry, but I don't think ForLove want to go for a hard carry when they've got these 3 heroes so far.
No, that's a lot of team fight, and a lot of they can actually push as well with Nature's Prophet if he just TPs up for the Chaos Knight. I think that the Nature's Prophet should be either going. He could go mid, right, and then they could just let Darkseer solo down, and Chaos Knight could go top. That could very well be a possibility, as Nature's Prophet doesn't do that badly against Queen of Pain. 600 range, great attack animation, good base. But I think Dreamz has pretty set. I think that Rubik will play support. Chen down there in Queen of Pain mid.
Yeah, the Southeast Asian teams often run Rubik support. The games, I was just casting some games in GoDz Cup, we saw 2 support Rubiks in a row. I know Sing Sing on Mouse Sports would play it as a support every now and then, so it's not unheard of. Almost with some of the teams like Na'Vi, you'll almost always see it in that solo mid, but it is versatile in that way, and with that sort of support Rubik, it opens them up to pick up a strong carry here. Anti-Mage still in the pool. I mean, that's probably one of the few carry heroes that didn't receive a major nerf coming into this version. I mean, slightly lowered movement speed, but he's still very strong, I feel. Maybe not against the Chaos Knight, Nature's Prophet, though. Well, not so much Nature's Prophet, but Chaos Knight, I mean, if he does get really farmed, can beat down on an anti-mage.
Yeah, and one of the things that Dream should note as well is that Darkseer does a really, really good job of shutting down melee carries, as you can just Ion Shell, and it makes it really annoying to CS in general. So that's something that they should consider.
And, I mean, as far as ForLove want to go, I mean, you're looking at some kind of support here, and with that, Leshrac and Shadow Shaman get banned out. So does the Enigma, so banning out, I mean, a potential jungle or a solo hero. If they want to put the Nature's Prophet middle lane like you suggested against Queen of Pain, they could have gone for an Enigma long lane. And Dreamz for now going to pick up a support of their own, so it is going to be a Rubik solo. I mean, they've got Shadow Demon as well as Chen, so Rubik will be played as a solo, I can only imagine.
Yeah, that's the only way that I think their lanes could feasibly work out. And so what ForLove actually still needs is, I think they need a support here. And they could pick up a carry as well, depending. Oh wait, no, there's no way they can. They could pick up a jungler of their own. They're still Enchantress as well.
When you've got Nature's Prophet and Darkseer, like I pick up a jungler that I mean, you definitely can, because both those heroes can solo. So maybe they run.
It's been a while since I've seen either of them play jungle, Darkseer or Nature's Prophet in competitive play. I don't think it was done at all in TI2. So.
Yep. The only team I've seen do it is DK. They ran it a couple times in tournaments leading up to the international. I think once during the group stage, where they would run a Darkseer jungle, they'd sort of rush a bottle, and then once he's level 4 or 5, they'd come gank the safe lane. But it hasn't been done much, and with that, I mean, yeah, maybe like you say, we'll see an Enchantress, and they can go aggressive, try contest that jungle. But I think just getting a Lina would be. I mean, Lina would be perfect. CK Lina would be a really strong combo, especially with those other supports banned out.
Yeah, they'd be able to burst down the Queen of Pain very quickly with one stun. And we actually get a Bat Rider. Huh.
It makes sense. I mean, new Bat Rider has received some significant buffs. I guess this would be a solo mid Bat Rider with Nature's Prophet in the jungle, and they can send Darkseer into that side lane, would be my guess.
I think that's actually how they're going to have to do it. Because right now they have 4 heroes that need their own lane /
yeah.
You know, if we consider the jungle as well.
Or a jungle, yeah.
There's no way you can play support Bat or Nature's Prophet, so.
You can jungle Bat Rider. I've seen that happen.
Yeah, you can't do that as well. It's actually pretty good, because you can just stack and then do a bunch of camps at once. But so I anticipate seeing some sort of support coming out of FL for the lane to just keep somebody out for CK. We see Slardar picked. So yeah, that's going to be a solo Rubik.
Yeah, this is very... I would for Dreamz, this is their kind of standard picks. This is what they've been doing the last year or so in Dota 1. They love that. Slardar is a really popular hero there. I mean, they'll run it with these strong tri-lanes. There'll be a Shadow Demon set up with the Chen in the jungle. Queen of Pain maybe going to go into the long lane. The Filipino teams do often run long lane Queen of Pain here. Last big Ancient Apparition, there's your support hero, and AACK, well, that's a combo they could even send mid if they wanted to run the solos in the 2 side lanes.
Yep. So we have our picks flushed out. It's been a while since I've seen Slardar pick competitively since, gosh, now I can't even remember the team that does it anymore. Who was it? It was,
CLG did it for a bit. I remember Loda playing quite a
yeah,
bit of
that's what it
Slider.
was. It was Zenith that actually ran it a few times. But we'll see whether it's successful or not for them. So if you want to go over the lineups, you can do these Radiant.
Okay, I would love to do the Radiant Will. We've
Oh my
got
god.
Dreamz, Ledian.
Okay, just finish it. I just looked at like that guy's name.
I haven't gotten. Oh yeah, that's his. I'm
The
glad you gave me
FL.
the Radiant.
Like how? Yeah, just do it. Just continue on.
I'll man up and do both lineups if you want.
Okay, go for it.
We've got Dreamz, Ledian Steel Series, or Dreamz, Ledian. We've got Jules playing the solo mid Queen of Pain. Looks like they're going to go around their trial lane at top. Slaughter's heading up there, played by Oe. We've got Sup playing the Shadow Demon. We've also got the Chen being played by He. And then finally at the bottom lane, we're going to have the solo bottom Rubik being played by JYC, also known as Paddy. And over for the very easy to pronounce ForLove team from China. That's all you, Blitz.
Oh my god! All right. CK is going to be playing by Hansi. Oh god, I'm going to butcher these names, but the Ancient Apparition, I don't even want to know or try.
I don't think you can butcher
Yeah,
that.
okay, so AGK going to be playing Bat Rider. Guai is going to be playing the Darkseer.
Yep.
And Bui, and then another one of that is going to be playing the Furion in the long lane. So actually, the Furion is going to be in the long lane, and Darkseer is going to be the jungler.
Wow, yeah, going to see a jungle Darkseer, and I haven't seen that in a while. It is going to be the aggressive trial lane up top, but I mean, Batrider can sort of get out of there with the Firefly to some extent. If there's a disruption set up, he will be put into a bit of trouble, but it's going to come down to positioning for him. The Darkseers can't really help him out too much, I feel, except maybe for doing some scouting, knowing where the Chen is at all times.
Yeah. There's not going to be much for him to do except farm. And he should actually get pretty decent farm, because most of their attention is going to be focused on that top lane. And Dreamz actually has to be kind of careful, because the CK and the AA can transition up if they get too far out trying to take out the Darkseer. So he should have a relatively easy time. And Nature's Prophet actually just pulled down, brings the creeps to his tower.
I mean, it's a 1v1 matchup, but it still will help to pull that wave back. I mean, Nature's Prophet against the Rubik. With the Treants, Fade bought for the Rubik, Treants for the Nature's Prophet. I feel this is a fairly even matchup.
Yeah, and the Chen and the Shadow Demon are actually going to try to find the Darkseer, who's actually only level 1. So he's going to have to get out of there. Nice tango move out. And they'll steal his creeps. That's the life.
Life of a Darkseer jungle. I mean, this is not going to be fun for him. But he's wasting a lot of their time. It's like, I mean, Chen and Shadow Demon themselves. I mean, Shadow Demon level 1, Chen's just at level 2. So this is two heroes suffering just to sort of shut down Darkseer. And Darkseer heads bottom while they're looking for a gank on mid, though. And they're going to set this up on the Ancient Apparition. Queen of Pain coming in. No Shadow Strike, but there's still going to be quite a bit of damage here. And Ancient Apparition, there's first blood. Queen of Pain gets the kill.
Yeah, CK actually goes offensively, and I think that was the wrong idea, and he gets killed as well. I actually think they should have backed, knowing that the Chen and the Shadow Demon were there. The Darkseer spotted them out, and yet they still stood.
Yeah, a bit of a tactical mistake there, and we're going to see Darkseer now head towards the bottom jungle, so he's going to probably go unnoticed there, at least for a while. Chen and Shadow Demon heading back top, and I think they're going to be looking for kills on this Batrider now. I mean, Slaughter, level 3, you get a couple points in Crush, you'll get another Chen creep, and they can probably actually kill this Batrider with the illusions, with some Crush, if they get that disruption initiation.
Yeah, and Batrider actually just passively farming up here, and he's losing quite badly in CS right now. 3-3 to 8-2, but he does have to be a little more careful. And they're actually pinging for mid to go on Jules, and the stun comes late, misses completely, and Jules is out of there with a nice blink.
Yeah, so can you actually blink dodge the stuns with the
yeah, you can.
Stun?
You can avoid it now. I mean, he just did.
That's really strong.
Yeah.
Top lane, they are going for a bit of a dive here. They want the Batrider. They've got the vision coming out.
Oh, and the nice Shadow Poison.
Yeah, that's going to be enough. So Dreamz now up 3 kills to nothing, and I mean Jules surviving at mid lane. For those of you tuning in who are wondering who's actually playing this Chen, apparently it's a Woots playing the Chen, one of the Mineski players. So a stand-in for Dreamz here to some extent, although playing for them in Dota 2. And with this, I mean, with kills on the Batrider, with the 3 heroes at top, they can start looking to pressure this tier 1 tower as well. They'll probably need another kill on Batrider, or at least Chen to hit level 5, get that second creep coming into play before they can do that though.
Yeah, now they spotted this Darkseer. They know he's down here. JYC was... the Darkseer was pinging for a gank, but luckily the chicken actually just kind of strolled through and saw him. So mid, actually, Jules is playing really high up now that he's gotten 2 kills down on the mid. As long as he's really careful with the blink and he doesn't get caught out here with a stun, he should be fine.
He does get stunned by CK, but I mean, 2-second stun isn't going to bother him too much. I love how he's built this. He hasn't got any points in the Shadow Strike. It's not really going to help him against this dual lane. And getting that second point and blink early, I feel is a much better option than having that slight harass on CK. I mean, CK's got a bottle anyway to sort of shrug off any harass.
Yeah, I completely agree, because every time the blink is down, they can time it because it's a 12-second cooldown.
Yeah.
But being able to shave off 2 seconds is going to allow him to play more aggressively in general.
Yeah, and I mean, getting the extra range as well helps. I mean, getting out of that cold feet, as we'll see it. Maybe a potential dive coming at top. Shadow Demon is considering going around here. He leads with a Shadow Poison. There's no real follow-up. Slatter's too far away, so I don't think they're going to commit to this. More Shadow Poison being thrown out. The problem is now, Shadow Demon getting very low in mana. He's only just got mana for a disruption, so can't afford to use too many, and they really need those Shadow Poisons to get vision of Batrider as well. So maybe some mana problems for the moment for Dreamz at top lane.
Yep. And they did get first blood, but they did use it on just getting their boots off the bat, and a Basti on the Chen. Aside from that, not much. And actually, CK is going to go down on bottom on JYC, and he doesn't know he's there. Gets a 2-second stun. It should be enough. Yep. And it actually looks like Dreamz is going to take top tower in return, though.
Yeah, I feel like that's a smart move from Chaos Knight to rotate towards bottom lane. Sure, this mid lane should, in theory, be the farming lane for him with the Ancient Apparition support, but it wasn't working out. They weren't really shutting down Jules, so coming bottom, getting that kill for Nature's Prophet, increase this Nature's Prophet farm, get him closer to that Midas or his mech, will probably help out ForLove a lot more, because right now their lanes aren't working out too well. They've lost the top tower, they're behind on kills, they need to make something happen, so that's a start at least.
Yep, and Batrider actually has to be really careful now, missing his tier 1 tower, so dives are going to be imminent once the Shadow Demon comes back up top. And Shadow Demon is actually pretty farm for a support. He already has boots, a wand, and TP out, and offensive blink up by Jules, and he's going to get cold feeted as well.
Ooh. That's not what you want to do.
And he goes for the kill.
Oh, he gets it.
Yeah,
okay,
but he does die, though. I don't know if that was entirely worth it to trade a Queen of Pain for an AA, especially since the CK is just going to free farm now.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Probably not the best trade for him. Bit of greed in his eyes there as he does get the kill, but going down for the CK. And that's a CK who was sort of forced to go roaming a bit. I mean, he doesn't actually, it's Ancient Apparition or... Actually, no, neither of them actually got the kill itself. It looks like it was Creeps that got the kill, but they'll split that gold. And CK
finds
another
Prophet.
rune. Okay, CK gets a haste rune now, and he's going to sort of look towards bottom for another kill here. Shadow Demon's nearby as well, so 2 potential kills here. So need to be very, very careful with this hasted CK. No Observer Ward vision. We've just hit the 6-minute mark, so the first round of Observer Wards have all expired.
Yep, and he's actually just going to look down here, find that they're pulling. I actually think that he should back at this point. It looks like they know it's coming. Yep, the Shadow Demon's just going to throw the poison and run now. And the CK just flees away. And Rubik actually picking up Furion's ult, so he can actually set up a kill on anywhere on the map.
That's actually, as far as spells go still, that's going to be really useful. I mean, help set those kills. They're going to find Nature's Prophet here in the jungle here. They got enough damage to kill him, though. And there's your Prophet ultimate. And it looks like they will get Nature's Prophet. I mean, his ultimate being turned against him. Rubik gets himself a kill. He's now up to 30 creep kills. 1-1 is his score, and... Batrider at top, though. Oh, finds a kill on the Slater, though, with the help of Darkseid. So there's your jungle. Darkseid decides to come get involved. He has gone for that early bottle, and I feel Darkseid with the Batrider, I mean, that's a sort of useful little combo.
Oh, and the Chen's going to go down now as 2. 1 hit left. A is actually going to throw his ult up there. Misses, though. Jules is just going to kind of walk out. They don't really have an angle on him unless he goes straight down, but he won't.
No, it looks like he will be okay. Oh, he blinks right into the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight, 2-second stun, unfortunately. Wanted that big 4-second stun. And Jules will heal himself up.
Yeah, the Slaughter actually not as farmed as I figured he'd be. He does have 27 CS, but at the 8 minutes with free farm, I think that's a bit behind. But they do have the top 3 farm in the game so far right now, with Rubik at 38, which is actually dominating the game right now. Slaughter at 30, and Jules having to play against a dual lane at 30, so... The definite farm advantage in general for Dream.
Yeah, I mean, and they've got the first tower on the map as well. I mean, they're ahead by a kill. They're going to get another kill. They find Chaos Knight in the river, and that's really working out well for them so far. The one thing they're not really ahead in is the experience. I mean, they've had the Shadow Demon as well as Chen roaming around a lot, getting a bit underleveled, and meanwhile ForLove have had that jungle Darkseer, so they've been getting more XP, but it's come at a bit of a cost of farm as well as some towers here and there. Well, the one tower at top. So Dreamz need to make use of this farm to get some early items. Probably even want to push some more towers here. But I still feel, I mean, there's plenty ForLove can do. I mean, you've got the Darkseer, Batrider, CKA. They've got such an aggressive mid-game team fight. I don't know if Dreamz can really deal with that all too well.
Yeah, they're doing a fine job of it right now, though. Not letting anybody really get traction. They sniffed out the gank at bottom so far, and things are going okay for them. And Jules is actually going to get pulled in, but really nice reaction time, getting that blink off. You okay, GoDz?
I'm okay. I've had some internet issues, as some people may know. I was overcasting with Greg, and it's like every minute or two, I'd be like, oh, let's reconnect in.
It's okay, though. You didn't miss anything. I wish you did, though, because then I could try my hand at casting, but it would have gone badly. Okay, the AA ult is going to go off in a 4-second stun. The AA ult does hit, actually, the frost part of it. Gonna get a kill on him? No, really nice disrupt to save. And the CK actually going down. So good counter initially.
Yeah, if the AA ult landed, that's a kill, but unfortunately they didn't get the damage, just the effect from it.
Yeah, just it was at the very edge of it.
Yep, and now they followed up with the tower. I mean, that's why I like Dreamz. I mean, they're not just getting these kills and sort of making stuff happen around the map. Immediately from getting those kills, winning a team fight or getting the cannon gank off, they transition into these towers. They're using the Chen, bringing those creeps to really help them out here. Chen probably going to pick up some arcane boots now. He's up to 1k gold. The new Chen a lot more mana dependent because the Test of Faith to send an ally hero back costs 200 mana, so it's pretty much you have to get arcane boots now, which is I think it's a nice little nerf to Chen.
It really is, and they're actually going to spot out the Bat. They know the Furion's down there, but they can't really do anything about him. But Bat does get lifted in the air, and I think he should be fine as long as he just goes to the right. And yep, and that's kind of the strength of Batrider. As long as he's a smart player, he can always get out on the side. Just kind of abuse that, and I like what Dreamz did. They took a tier 1, and instead of trading, they immediately transitioned down. As you pointed out earlier, they do have 4 kills, ForLove, but it hasn't led to any towers, and that's really what matters right now in this metagame, especially with the lineups that both teams have.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the heroes who can take towers, but it's just not really happening. They haven't got the best counter push, though, which is what we're seeing here. They can't really stop Dreamz. When Dreamz group up as 5, there's nothing they can do to deal with that. They've got the Chen creeps. They've got nice damage as well. They're going to find this Batrider. Rubik needs to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage here. It looks like Batrider going to go down, and Nature's Prophet Ultimate flying on through. Darkseer picks up the kill. Dreamz get turned on, though. Queen of Pain Ultimate. Jules trying to make something happen here. A bit of a spike there coming from me, unfortunately, but it looks like Jules, he needs to blink out. 3-second cooldown, 4-second stun, though. Team-wide, Dreamz get completely obliterated, and it looks like there is some counter push as ForLove find a big team fight.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of an overextension when they were trying to get for that T1, and in return they lost 5 heroes for 2. So a really good swing of things for ForLove is they were getting out-farmed a little bit, but Furion has taken the top spot in the farm, and they're actually just going to get this tower back in return. And right now, in the position they're in, a trade like this, 1-for-1 is perfectly fine, considering the other team has a Chen. So looking for a 1-for-1 here wasn't that bad at all, and on top of that, they did get 5 kills, so...
Yeah. I mean, they lose their tower there, but that's the kind of fight they needed. I mean, it gives them... It gives them a lot of XP to work with now. I mean, they're getting well ahead. After that team fight, they suddenly jumped to a 3k XP lead. They've got these big key levels on their heroes. The next team fight's going to be even easier for them as a result. They're going to start getting get close to that Darkseer's mech. Nature's Prophet's got his treads, his Midas. He's going to start building towards some kind of a useful item for his team. Maybe he can go for the mech, Dark can go for a pipe, but either way, I mean, uh-oh, it's not looking good.
Shadow Demon does get spotted out. They're just going to run away. The Shadow Demon actually playing pretty well, always leading in with Shadow Poison to spot potential ganks for the Slardar. And he's just going to continue to fire it off. A little bit surprised with his decision to get 3 into Shadow Poison, considering that the Soul Catcher I think would help out a little more, but electing to go for it.
Yeah, new Soul Catcher, I mean, costs slightly more mana, but yeah, Shadow Poison is the DPS being. Shadow Poison's nice against sort of aggressive pushing lines, but that's not what we're seeing from ForLove, as they do spot the Batrider here in the jungle here. Shadow Demon and Slardar, though, looks like they just decide to back things off for now.
Yeah, and the vacuum does miss. And at bottom, they're actually going to find the CK. They don't really have a stun here, so he's going to have to wait on the net. Oh, is he going to get away? No, he does get the net off. And CK actually opting to just fight.
Just goes man mode, and Chen actually pops the heal to make sure that Jules doesn't go down
stun.
here. 4-second stun! CK's going to be alright. I mean, he's one of the fastest heroes in the game, I think, after Luna, and that's going to save his life. Jules, they don't get the kill there, and they threw a lot at him there, and it just wasn't enough.
And atop, they do initiate on the Darkseer, but not enough DPS for them. Darkseer is just going to get out, run away. It's fine. The Slardar is actually trying to continue to chase, but Batrider does sniff it out. He still has his ultimate, actually. So, not the best fight right now for Dreamz to take, and Furion does TP up. Now he's going to get caught.
Oh, Slardar is Beamless dude down. This is going to be the end of OE, and they get a kill, they back off. I mean, Slardar completely caught out of position there. I mean, they do have that. Radiant even have that ward there in that little neutral camp to spot things out, and with those cheese chopped down, they're going to TP all bottom though. Stun going out on Jules. He doesn't manage to disjoin it. His blink was on cooldown. 3 seconds, it's enough to give him some time to blink out of there. And Jules, I mean, the danger's not over. He's got that level 4 blink now, low cooldown. Another blink, he just goes into the trees. He's going to TP his way home and make sure he gets completely out of there. Nature's Prophet, though, TP'd into the jungle, finds Chen. As Shadow Demon is coming in from the side. Chen taking a lot of damage, gets down to about 50 HP, does go down now. And Chaos Knight isn't done. Chaos Knight wants this Shadow Demon. He's bottling up, trying to get himself some mana. Will have enough mana for a stun by the looks of things, as Shadow Demon in a lot of trouble. They've turned it around though. It's actually Chaos Knight going down, and no! Blitz, take over! I'm lagging, I'm spiking, I don't know what's going on! Tell me what's going on, Blitz!
The CK stun is pretty much doing work for this Rubik. Like, that's the story of this fight right now. He hits a 4-second stun, then a 3-second stun. The A ult is going to fly in. Batrider's going to catch Jules right now. He doesn't have his ult quite yet. And he is going to run in, but he does get netted down. I think with a few right clicks, he should go down, and the Firefly lasts. No, Jules is going to pick him off. Really good fight, and a terrible overextension right now for ForLove. Really good micro by Chen as well for the nets.
Luckily, you could actually see what's going on. I saw CK go in about Sun Shadow Demon, and it's like, my screen freezes, and I'm like, I guess they're going to keep on going on him. But no, yeah, Rubik, I mean, stealing that Chaos Ball, that's probably like the perfect spell to steal at this point in the game. There isn't much more useful spells on the dire side. Especially with the non-stop aggression and clashes, that short cooldown stun, Rubik doesn't have the mana problems that Chaos Knight has. I mean, Chaos Knight suffers from having a low mana pool. He can't spam it as much as he'd like, but Rubik says, thanks, I'll just keep on using this.
Yeah, and right now the story of the game is a little bit of overextension from both sides. We saw it first by Dreamz at bottom, and then ForLove just kind of gives it back to them at bottom again. So take a look at the experience graph, and it is in the favor of the Dire, but I believe the gold graph still should be, it's a 3k favor in the Radiant, so a nice swing of things.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel it's pretty even, or do you think one team has like an advantage with the, I mean, XP for ForLove, gold for Dreamz?
I mean, the XP just comes from the fact that two heroes are roaming, so they are going to naturally be behind, but I don't think they're as dependent on levels with their heroes, so they should be okay in that regard. So I think Dreamz does have a small advantage. It is, it's kind of slight, but it does exist, and Queen of Pain actually picks up her ultimate orb. I think she'll elect to get, and I missed my first kill of the game, but the Queen of Pain I think will elect to get a sheep stick, so they have more hard disable.
You're already doing better than 90% of the professional commentators, so you're doing fine, I think. But they trade kills. I mean, Chaos Knight goes down at mid, and that's a big thing for ForLove, is this Chaos Knight does not have a lot of farm. They're going to be heavily relying on Nature's Prophet. He's the one with a lot of farm. Banana playing that. Their new player, and he's got a lot of farm, up to 3k gold, could go for a sheep stick, may just want to go for some DPS with how the Chaos Knight is struggling here. They're going on Nature's Prophet at top lane though. JYC with the Rubik, he wants Banana, and Banana's going to go down. This Chaos Ball, I think, is just going to prevent him from getting out of here, and there we go, Faithful finishes him off. That's the power of the Chaos Ball. Nature's Prophet can't TP away from the Rubik.
Yeah, and actually, a really nice setup by JYC, and Banana does pick up the tower, though, that's the thing to note, and they didn't lose anything in return, and they are going to go on Jules, who's going to get ulted and stunned. This should be the end of him. Yep, and the Nature's Prophet is actually going to get picked off as well. He is Chen's TPing! Oh my god, and he gets out. Really nice save by OE to lead in with the stun there and kind of save his life, and Bat does blink up, no ulti, though. But it does look like they are going to take this mid tower in return. There is a glyph up, and Queen of Pain is up in 24 seconds, but this should be too much for them.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough time. Batrider's got ultimate in just 2 seconds now, so Batrider's going to be looking for a pick-off if anyone comes too close. So with Queen of Pain, I mean, 10 seconds. If they try and stall for the Queen of Pain, I feel like they're just going to see Batrider pick someone off with that blink.
And Batrider does get a hold of the Slardar. He also gets 3 seconds stun. This should be enough for him to go down. He is going to get slowed down as well. Vacuum hits him as well. Crazy things are happening. And Jules does TP in.
Lights. That's what I'm seeing with all my spikes. Dreamz have taken off too. They want to keep on chasing now. With Jules back, this is what you're talking about. I mean, he was up soon. They want to defend this. Jules has an ultimate, and will use that Sonic Wave to make sure they get the Chaos, possibly even more. Jules still chasing. He's got mana for a blink and a scream. This should be the end of the Ancient Apparition.
Oh my god, and he gets it out.
Oh, dude. The guy whose name we do not have a clue
Oh my god, he was so close!
Wow. I thought he had that.
So close. Yeah, he really did. That would have been a really nice outplay. And once again, ForLove slightly overextends. Dreamz does take the advantage off of that. It isn't going to lead to a tower this time, but it does lead to 4 kills in favor of Dreamz.
Yeah, Dreamz. I mean, that to me, I mean, Dreamz now with that definitely have a bit of an advantage here. Jules is getting very close to that Lincoln Sphere, which is actually going to be the perfect item choice, I feel, against the Blink Lasso coming out from the Batrider, the Chaos Knight, Chaos Bolt. There's just so many spells that Linkers will be great against, where having a BKB may actually not save you if they just get the disable on you before you pop BKB, not to mention Lasso, which goes through it.
Yeah, and they're going to find the Darkseer here. Jules doesn't actually have that much mana, though. He does use the Scream. The Chen is going to get gone on. He does have the mech up in 2 seconds, 1 second, but I think he is going to get picked off here. Yep. Not enough, and Dreamz does... This has kind of been the story of the game, where they kind of just, like, every team takes a turn in giving up the lead.
Yeah. Both teams think they have a lead, and they're like, okay, let's go for a push. Let's try and increase our lead, and they end up overextending and giving away that lead, giving away some kills. And they're going to go into Roshan as well, so that's a big loss as well. Roshan, I mean, essentially Tower Gold, not to mention the Aegis, which they can put on the Chaos Knight. I imagine they'll win on the Chaos Knight, and this is going to be something that Dreamz probably want to contest. They've got 4 heroes up, it's just the Rubik that they're missing. Queen of Pain, though, at top lane, low HP, low mana, doesn't even have a TP, so it looks like they're not going to be able to stop Roshan.
Nope, I don't actually think they can contest this in time. The Queen of Pain is the big DPS hero for them, but actually, ForLove not opting to take advantage of that, and they're actually just going to back out of Rosh. Not enough physical damage, I guess. The CK is still very underfarmed. Furion still has 3k and has opted not to buy anything yet, which is slightly confusing, and he's making it difficult for me to guess what he's going to get.
I'm going with Ag Scepter. I think he's just going to say, okay, let's get Ag Scepter now that I've got 4k gold. But I mean, yeah, he should. If he's doing that, he should have got some of the parts here. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe he's doing something completely unconventional. But I feel Ag Scepter would be just a nice little item to have. You need that. You want that AOE damage to help deal with some of these squishy heroes in these team fights.
Yeah, I hate when people do that. When people just like they have an idea of what they want to get, and they're like, I'll just buy it at once.
Yeah, it's one of those. I think they want to see how the game shapes out. If they want to go for a super early, if they get ahead and want to go super early push, maybe gets a Necro Book. If they decide, okay, we need the AoE damage. I mean, it's one of those things where it just seems like indecision, and then when he decides, then he'll get all the pieces.
Oh, okay, so you were right. He does pick up the Necronomicon.
Okay, I wouldn't have get. That was his theory cry. I don't actually think he was going to get that, but decides it's the way to go. It's annoying. I mean, that's especially for Slardar, who's got such a low mana pool. Just chucking that Necro Book on him can really prevent additional stuns from coming out.
It just seems so random, though, that he could have bought any of the parts, and he's like, well,
yeah.
I'll buy it all at once because I'm Furion, and I've got my hand of money. I'm setting up for that. And actually, Dreamz gets in a position after the smoke. They are going to wait out for somebody to come through mid. They do get spotted, though, as there is a ward there, so both teams kind of have a good idea of where everybody is.
Yeah, Dreamz, I mean, there's no real outer towers at this bottom lane. They're kind of looking for a pick-off here, but it looks like they're not going to find all too much. The Dire Team ForLove, I mean, they've got an Ancient Apparition level 11, so I mean, level 2 AA, they've got pretty much, they're more or less their sort of mid-game items with the Blink up on Batrider. Their next line of items is going to be these BKBs, though. They want it on Chaos Knight, they want it on Batrider, and when those
CK's
are up,
actually going to get gone
really
on.
hard to fight. Oh no.
And Furion's actually going to TP in with his ult, and CK does have more than half health, and this looks actually kind of bad for Dreamz, as Jules is going to head over. There is 2 at top, so this is going to be a 3-on-4 fight. And Rubik gets a nice Blink and a TP off. So is it now Mexican standoff?
Neither can actually make anything
Yeah,
happen here.
they're actually just kind of posturing around right now. I know a kill happened at top, but I feel like Dreamz could have taken advantage of that, but instead, absolutely nothing happens.
The CK, yeah, just a bit too tanky, I guess. They didn't quite have the raw damage to kill him with just that trio of heroes, Shadow Demon, Chen, and Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, the only one who can really offer some big damage, and Shadow Demon, he has maxed out the Soul Catcher now. I mean, if that lands, I guess CK would have been a lot more killable, but I don't think it actually did.
Yeah. Actually, no team has too much damage aside from their ults. Like, the CK actually doesn't really have that much farm. So not a lot of physical damage, and in the way of ults, what's actually going to do the most damage to them right now is the Furion ult. So aside from that, they're a little bit lacking on both sides.
Yeah. And Slaughter's got his blink though. I mean, so he's going to start offering some physical damage. I mean, as he gets his next item up, probably maybe just wants a BKB, but with the amp damage coming in, Ancient Apparition managed to get a perfect snipe off on the Chen. So, ForLove, I think they may have found an opening here.
Yeah, and they're actually going to chase in, but just misses the pull. The Furion does TP in though, and they are going to catch Jules with a 4-second stun, and that should be just enough for them to kill him.
Yeah, Jules gonna go down. He does, and yeah, this is. I mean, I guess more overextensions from Dreamz somewhat. They thought they were just sort of pushing up a bit too far in that mid lane. ForLove managed to find the one hero out of position, the Chen, and then once Chen's down, they know those heals aren't coming to play. Without Hand of God or the mech, I mean, Dreamz really can't fight.
Yeah, and Jules is actually kind of playing a little too far up with, oh my god, he hits the Necro and he has 100 health left and he's going to just have to run out, but Jules is playing really high up with that Lincoln Sphere, but FL doing a good job of kind of popping it off early. And the Furion's actually doing a really, really good job of catching people out with his TP, playing aggressively.
I mean, it's one of those things where you have to be so really cautious about how you do it. If you TP in and you're just a bit too far ahead of your team, they can just turn around, kill the Prophet, then back off before your team even get there. So far it's worked out, and ForLove have once again, this has been the up and down game. I mean, both teams have had their moments where they were ahead, but right now it feels ForLove control is back on their side. They haven't got much map control up. They've got that really useful ward at the middle of the map, which sees almost everything Dreamz is trying to do around there, but the big thing's going to be this Roshan pit, I feel, which is now up.
Yep, and actually this is going to be the thing that they're going to posture for the most. The T2 is almost down for FL, so just have to play defensively. Otherwise, they have no way of actually TPing in to save the Rosh. So, and Dreamz is kind of just grouping around. Do they have a smoke? No, they're... Okay, they do have a smoke coming to them, I assume. Otherwise, that'd be the largest waste of time I've ever seen.
Yeah, it looks like they want to smoke. It's coming.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
So they do get the smoke off. Jules isn't in actually the smoke, but it doesn't matter as he's able to blink initiate. Does pick up a DD, which should be really big.
Will it be, though? Unfortunately, it does look like... Oh, they're going to find Darkseid. That's the hero they want to take out right off the bat of things. He has gotten off his ultimate. He wants to catch as many heroes in that as possible. Chen takes out the Batrider, and Dreamz have found the initiation. And even with that Darkseid getting off his ultimate, they managed to kill him fast enough. Batrider as well. Chaos Knight managing to turn things around slightly, but it looks like Dreamz, with all those heals coming out from Chen, they can just chase hero after hero. Chaos Knight is going to be the next victim. And this is a four hero kill swing. I mean, they only lose the Shadow Demon for that.
Yeah, and they actually, I think they're just going to meet the creep wave, push it up, but they are going to lose top in return. Banana just opting to push, not actually meeting after. He actually just TP'd out once he realized that the fight was going to go poorly. And that's the thing about having so many blink daggers. Once a fight goes poorly for you, it's almost impossible to get out. It's going to be a lost fight. And that's kind of the strength of Dreamz' lineup right now. The ability to chase after the fact.
Yeah. No, I agree. As soon as they get ahead in the fight, they've got all this catching potential with Queen of Pain, Slider, even Rubik. I mean, Blink and 4-Staff, he's got those two mobile items. Rubik's had a fantastic game. Blink, 4-Staff, and he had 2k gold, more than 2k gold. He picks himself up a Perseverance now, so going to start building towards a Lincoln's of his own, maybe, or possibly even a Bloodstone if he wants some more survivability, just some raw HP. And it's Dreamz. They're the ones who are going to get this Roshan, as ForLove just a little bit too late. Slider picks that one up, and ForLove's still going to try and somewhat engage on this Darkseid, at least poking around.
Yeah, and everyone's just going to kind of get out. That's the thing. Oh wait, actually, he goes a different way from his teammates. Banana does TP in the wrong direction, and a nice blink. He's out. Wow, that was awkward. Are they gonna catch him? I don't know. He kind of ran the wrong way, away from his teammates, but he does have the Aegis, so they can fight around this, and it looks like they're gonna opt to. Shadow Demon does TP in. Orange is coming in from the top as well. And he blinks offensively. Right click.
I mean, he's just manning up here. Ancient Apparition Ultimate going to fly in. I don't think it's going to do all too much for them, though. And they picked up the Dark Seed. Jules is just chasing heroes down one by one. He wants the Ancient Apparition next. And, I mean, Ancient Apparition is probably going to drop as well. So, yeah. Dreamz, I mean, are just capitalizing on ForLove's mistakes, it feels. I mean, ForLove and vice versa. I mean, both teams just capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes, and a lot of overextensions happening. ForLove just going too far. Slather with the Aegis, and Dreamz made perfect use of the Aegis there.
Yeah, and actually, Jules is going to get TP'd back home. I assume he's just going to stop the push at top. There isn't much that can come from this. I don't know if they can go for a Rax push without Jules. Unless they just decide to continue this back and forth game and they're like, oh, we'll push 4v5 into a base and hope for the best. They are going to catch out that Furion, though. Nice old.
Oh, yeah, and that's the hero that has been sort of had more or less had a lot of farm around the map, and that's the one hero for ForLove who can really take them into the late game, I feel. I mean, he has gone for this Necrobook build, but the Chaos Knight has, I mean, 66 creep kills, 8 deaths. I mean, Chaos Knight has very, very little farm. And it probably isn't going to really catch up apart from getting up that BKB. Another fight going on near the mid lane, though. This is the overextension that ForLove have been waiting for. Defensive disruption. Shadow Demon going to try get out. Slather's already dropped, and it looks like Chen should drop as well. I mean, this is a bit of a big overextension. And ForLove, though, they want to try catch more. They want to get Jules if they can, but for now, Dreamz of just getting out of there with minimal losses.
They'll get the Chen creeps, though. By God.
Big gold, big gold.
Dude, they got it. It was worth it. That kind of counts, right? At this point, when you're behind, every little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. And Jules opting to just farm top. He does have an Ags, a Lincoln's. He is level 18. He has the highest net worth in the game, beating the Furion by 3k, and CK actually lagging quite behind now, only at 6,800. He's actually been lapped by Jules. So in terms of items, nothing on him, right? Nope.
Yeah.
So at the 30-minute mark, still has no BKB on him. And that was a dual lane, I remind you.
He's really struggling. I mean, Queen of Pain most farmed here in the game, followed by Nature's Prophet. And I'm just amazed how well this Rubik's done. I mean, was against Nature's Prophet. It seems like both those heroes just got more or less free farm. Rubik is starting to build towards a Bloodstone as well. He has enough gold for it in about 50 gold if he wants to split up his Arcane Boots, which I imagine he will. So we're going to see a 31-minute Bloodstone Blink 4-staff, although here comes the jump at mid lane. Batrider wants him. Batrider has a BKB as well. It looks like not going to be enough, though.
Yep, and actually this game is just about been trading kills.
Yeah,
27 to 22.
At 31 minutes, I mean, we're looking at almost 2 kills a minute. This is not your sort of trademark Chinese Dota, where it's much more of sort of that standoff where you're trading farm, trading towers a lot. I mean, it's not always passive, but it's always a scenario where if you're behind, you don't look to engage. You look for try catch up in terms of farm.
Oh God,
CK.
a
lot of kills go both ways. Oh, that's painful for him.
Yep, and is he actually gonna live? No way. Okay, he does go down, but they do get the slaughter in return. The heals don't go up in time, and this should be the game-deciding fight, depending on whether they can actually push with this. The Chen does get a nice TP off the Fateful. He does get Chaos, but... Wait, kill him! What? Alright, they do get him. Right now, the CK stun has worked so much better for Dreamz right now than it has for ForLove.
Yeah, I mean, Rubik a lot more mobile than a Chaos Knight, I guess, with the 4-staff and the Blink Dagger, not to mention much greater mana pool for it. Chaos Knight just seems to be getting initiated on every fight, going down. Even when he lives, it's kind of like a scenario where he lives, but then he just has to get the hell out of there. He can't go back in. Whereas Rubik can just kite himself in and out of the fight and just have such great impact on the game. Chaos Knight going to be forced to buy back, and this is do or die for ForLove, I almost feel.
Yep, and Darkseer is actually going to get caught out before he's able to use anything. Batrider's also really low. Jules picks him off as well. That's a double kill for him. I actually thought they were going to overextend and somebody was going to die again, and we just kind of reset.
Jules at this point I feel is just a bit too farm with the Lincolns and Ag Scepter, and he's also got this Ultimate Orb as well now. He's really tanky and hard to kill. And I feel like he can almost always guarantee himself a kill on one of the support heroes or one of the squishy heroes just by even just using a solo ultimate. He's just ridiculously farmed and really tanky. So, I mean, he alone can just make sure that these pushes work out for them.
Oh god, that's a dead CK again. So things get worse for CK. In net worth, he's actually doing worse than the Shadow Demon is and the Chen.
Wow, CK's bottom 2 in terms of net worth.
Yeah, and he's barely ahead of his support AA. So mid was a spectacular failure for them in terms of farm. Not a lot happened. I feel like the CK did make the correct decision in trying to roam after the fact, but at some point you do have to pick up some amount of farm.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't run with the safe lane CK dual lane, but I guess they were expecting that aggressive tri lane, which is what happened. So it would have been aggressive tri lane, but I still feel just having that safety of your own tower. I mean, you can't really dive a CK AA if they're at their own tower. Not to mention Darkseer. Darkseer actually came and ganked and tried to help out that top lane a bit, and having Batroid at mid lane, I think just would have worked out a lot better against Queen of Pain.
Yep. And the Darkseer jungle experiment fails.
Yeah, unfortunately. I was hoping to see a rebirth of the Darkseer jungle, but it wasn't to be.
Well, he just couldn't put enough pressure on the other lanes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you want out of a jungle, the ability to just gank anywhere. But JYC did a really good job of sniffing out the gank at bottom. And the CK pick pays off well for Dreamz, as that Rubik has stolen that stun about 10 times now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe game 2 we see a Rubik ban, but the first pick Rubik, I mean, played by JYC, has really been the difference. I guess the Queen of Pain as well. I mean, Queen of Pain went up against that dual lane and just did magnificently. So for the most part, overall, I feel the only lane which was a bit shaky was the tri lane at top, but I mean, it still didn't go all that bad for them.
Yep. And Dreamz is actually going to descend it now. GG is called. Good game. Huzzah.
And that's all's well that ends well. As Dreamz, I mean, the Pinoy team, I mean, yeah, like you mentioned, they were probably slight favorites. I mean, you've heard of, most people have heard of Jules for his time in Mineski. He is one of those sort of big-name Southeast Asian carry players. But taking down ForLove, a lesser-known team, but a team who are very accomplished in their own right in Dota 1. They've actually, in Dota 1, they've caused numerous upsets against teams like Tong Fu. I believe they've even beaten teams like LGD in Dota 1 and in various tournaments. So they're not really a team who are expected just to lose here, but they're a team who are just sort of slowly adjusting to Dota 2, I guess.
Yep, and Jules padding his stats, gets a few kills after the fact. I can appreciate that.
Unfortunately, you don't keep the stats because it's a practice lobby. Well, I love how I love how at the end it says the stats will not be recorded because it's a practice lobby when it's like all tournament games are played in a practice lobby. I feel like pubs should be the practice lobby.
The real shame is that there are no battle points given.
Yeah, that needs to change. Need battle points for scrims. Or for officials as well.
I was actually told to put up my volume. I'm gonna do that. And now I know for a fact it's going to be too loud. But who cares? Alright, we're back in the lobby, right?
Yep, we are.
Okay, 1 second.